definitely nice shoes, cute shoes, and nice shoes. You can find good shoes that are cute, and you don't have to have just like one clunky old pair of shoes. You can have a lot of shoes. So, and you will, because sister missionaries love to share things, share clothes, which is really nice. That's a good thing about being a sister missionary, is that one day you can have a totally boring outfit that you brought like 6 months ago from home, and then the next day you can have a totally awesome outfit from like 5 sister missionaries who like combine their clothes, and you have something totally new that's also may be super old, but it doesn't matter because it's new to you. So I love the sister missionaries share clothes. I love that you can have cute shoes that are comfortable, and you can have multiple shoes. You don't just have to wear the same ones every day, which is super cool. But good shoes definitely help. I walked a lot on my mission, so I don't want you to get blisters or have bad experience with shoes, but they can be cute and comfortable. Just have fun. I just really remember, I think what helped me is remembering why I wanted to go. I wanted to go because I just really thought that I would regret it if I didn't. I really thought that I had a testimony and that I had something good and I wanted to share it. And after the experience of serving a mission, I found that, yes, of course that was true. I definitely would have regretted it if I didn't go. But even more so, my testimony was strengthened, my faith was strengthened. I got to meet so many amazing people, and you're just gonna love it. So just go. Don't even second guess yourself. Just go and have fun, and just know it's not going to be easy, but it's going to be worth it.
In regards to what to wear, you're going to get really sick of your clothes really quickly. So the clothes that you bring, make sure that you like them. But also as well, like mine was a little bit unique in the sense that you kind of had to dress up a little bit more for the visitor center. And so we had to have more like suit coats, like blazers and things like that. But when I wasn't in the visitor center, what I wish that I had done differently was that, I mean, we were out walking every day, and so you just hammer your clothes like crazy. And so what I wish I would have done is I had just bought, I wish I would have bought like one really nice pair of shoes, honestly, and then just bought like a ton of cheapy shoes, because you just went through them like crazy. And so I just wish that I would have, because I found that oftentimes, because we were just so hard on our clothes because we were going everywhere. And so I wish I just would have, I didn't really find, I don't know if you want to put this, I didn't really find much difference between like the really expensive shoes and the other ones, but I also didn't have like arch problems or anything like that. So I wish that I would have just bought like 20 pairs of cheap shoes, because I just like filtered through them so much. But like other advice in regards of things to bring is you're just gonna want to remember everything. And so I wished, and these are things that I brought and that I bought later, was like an additional memory card for my camera, or like a USB port to like transfer things from your camera to your USB, which was fun. I would like send those home to my family, my USBs, so they could like see like hundreds of pictures and stuff. But those are 2 things that I wish that I would have brought.
Sister missionary tips. One of the things that shocked me so much about the mission was how much we had to work with the elders. And so in my first ward, for example, first ward, there's the 3 of us sisters, and then there were 9 elders in the same ward. And so we were with them very constantly throughout my whole mission. I was with several companionships of elders in each ward, and so in order for the work to really progress, you have to work really closely with them as to what members are working with which investigators, so you aren't all drawing on the same members' resources, how you're using the ward council together, so you make sure that you aren't asking too much from the ward council, because when there's 4 companionships, you can really only ask one thing each and expect it to get done. If you come with 2, then that's 8 things you're asking the ward council to do, and with all of their callings, that's really overwhelming. And so one of my tips for sister missionaries would be to really stay on purpose with the relationship with the elders. I think it's important to have a lot of unity and love within the district and within your zones, because that's the spirit of Christ, is unity in his work, and you're working together and they become your good friends and you're working for this purpose together. But because there's so much contact, you really have to make sure that those relationships stay as elder and sister, and that you stay really focused. And so I would just tell the sisters to dress modestly and act modestly in P days and throughout the week, and to remember their calling as a sister missionary and to worry about future husbands when they get home. It's really hot there, so just make sure you bring nice pretty t-shirts and cool skirts, because you probably won't be wearing any heavy rain boots or heavy skirts or anything. You'll definitely want to dress for sunshine. Maxi skirts are good because of all the wind. It's extremely windy. Had a lot of Marilyn Monroe moments where you had to hold down the skirt. Really comfortable shoes. Sisters mainly have cars where I am, or at least when I was there. But having good walking shoes is very important. I thought I had good walking shoes. I did not have good walking shoes. Yeah, short sleeves, maxi skirts, good stuff. Flowy shorts, like knee-high shirts, knee-high skirts will fly up with wind. It's not good.
Just pull your hair up. That's the first. Your hair, put it down for baptism, special events, but just pull your hair up. It's really hot in San Jose, and not like hot like desert hot, but humid hot, because you're right on the bay most of the time. And if you go inland, then you're really, really hot. So just really try to find ways to pull your hair up and keep it cute, but keep it simple. By the end of the day, you're going to come home and your hair is going to be falling out anyway. So don't use that time in the morning to get super ready unless there's something big going on. It's not worth it. The other thing is, I would recommend bringing some spandex to put underneath a skirt if you are in a biking area. It's a little difficult to bike in a skirt, but if you have some spandex on, and if you do accidentally hit a bump or your skirt comes up, it's not as embarrassing to flash that spandex than it is to flash the garments. But but definitely make sure you can't see it through your skirt. It's pretty easy to find simple spandex though at like a Target or a Walmart, or just something that can go under. It'll also help when you ride the bike. You won't get the sores on your leg that sometimes you get. Another thing is, always wear a hair tie around your wrist. I usually do. I took it off because I'm interviewing. But it's nice to have opportunities where you can pull your hair back. If you see someone on the road that needs help, or it's a hot day and you're sitting on the side teaching someone on the street, it's sometimes nice to have an opportunity to pull your hair back. And the other thing is, find a purse that's big enough to fit your scriptures. There's no backpacks in San Jose because we would look a lot like students, and there's no backpacks I think anywhere in the church anymore. But if you have a backpack that you can fit your scriptures, then you can also fit things like a water bottle in your planner, and it's big enough that you can, when you're on the street, find those scriptures and find those opportunities to teach as well.
For sister missionaries, don't worry about gaining weight. You're going to lose the weight. And if you're in a biking area, make sure you buy some shorts for underneath your skirt, because no matter how hard you try, you're going to hit a bump and your skirt's just go flying. And sometimes you're just not going to care and you're just going to let it go flying. So you want to make sure that you're wearing some shorts. And for makeup, you're beautiful, sisters. You don't need makeup. Well, maybe some mascara is nice. My grandma told me before I left to wear makeup, and I don't know if she was saying something because I never wear makeup. But it is nice to feel pretty every once in a while. So for like zone conferences, mission conferences, wear makeup. Always look presentable, look your best. For hair, you're looking at what my hair was for 18 months of my life and for 23 years of my life. So make sure you get a good haircut that you feel comfortable with before you go on your mission. Make sure that if you get a bad haircut on your mission, which happens, unfortunately, it happened to me, don't freak out. Your hair grows out, and just be yourself. Know that there's power that comes to be a sister missionary. Your testimony is important, and you're going to love your mission.
given where we were serving, it was pretty humid during the summer. So definitely check your garment fabrics. But then also it's kind of chilly in the winter, so I guess honestly just be prepared for anything. I don't know that it never snowed, but it did get cold enough sometimes. It iced. One thing in particular though, I was on bike in one of my areas for a transfer, and that was probably like one of the hardest things of my life, because I wasn't prepared for it. I didn't realize that I would be on bike. What I learned though was that one of the best skirts to have is an A-line skirt, just because like it is wide enough for you to pedal, but then like it's not loose enough that it'll get caught in the chain, like you won't have to tear. I know for me personally, I wore like swim trunks under my pants, under my skirts, just because it's like breezy. I guess you could wear bike shorts. My first couple days I wasn't aware of all the difficulties of biking in a skirt, and so I did flash a couple people, a lot of people honestly, but it's whatever, I guess no one really cared. But yeah, definitely A-line skirts. I think people have talked about like clothespins in the middle of them to make them kind of like pants. I just got tripped up, so I didn't do that. But otherwise, like, biking's not bad. It's just a little more difficult in a skirt. Roll your clothing, because that is the most efficient way of getting things around, in my opinion. Also, we had a mission rule of 2 suitcases. I don't know, I think that might be like a white handbook thing actually. But if you can get big suitcases, that's fine too. I know a lot of missionaries. There was one elder I knew who was basically a hoarder. He had this blender he would pack around everywhere, and then he had a couple blenders, and I don't know why he needed all of them, but he had them, along with like 20 boxes of things that he carried from apartment to apartment. And so, like, you know, obviously there are things you need. 1 blender would probably be fine, but you don't need 3.